Respect the place that you call home. Respect the land in which you roam. Respect the country you were born. Let's take it back. Respect reform. Hold on to freedom, hold on to hope. Don't give them slack, don't give them rope. Don't walk and hang your head in shame. Be proud, stand tall, and we will reign.
Hey Neil, what happened to my Weetabix, man?
It just ran out.
I haven't had it all week, and I'm really, really struggling. In fact, I got an email from somebody from Thailand, and he said I'm feeling a bit unstable. So anyway, I'm really hoping that things are going to come well tonight. You know, I think you also said it might be a bit of an embarrassment to the podcast, but we'll see how we get on, right, Neil? What do you think, huh?
Well, you don't listen to me anyway, Rob, so I don't know why you asked. But just apologies for being late. That's because we've been up Devon County Council and we had a meeting. We got away from it. Very interesting meeting, and I'll explain about it later. Okay,
Great. So we've got a nice little feature here for you all, and yeah, give us a call. What do you have to lose? Except being embarrassed, of course. 07355-429-205. The number's right on the screen. Don't let me down, okay? And what else is going on, Neil? We got we're sponsoring a couple of charities tonight because it's a great time of year, actually, and one of which is one that's dear and near to my heart, Nat, and it's Both Parents Matter, and they operate a support network all over the UK. All you have to do is Google the website, and basically once every month they have a helpline for each local area where they will support those who are in need of trying to establish a relationship with their kids, okay? And I've used that quite extensively, and I'm a very big contributor to that charity. And while we're at it, we're going to also underscore Steve Race's charity, Neil. And that charity is Refugee Support Devon, a great charity. And it says he's highlighting the local organization that helps individuals feel safe and more settled in Devon during their journey as asylum seekers, refugees, and vulnerable migrants. Let's hear an applause for that one, right? Yeah.
Right, Rob, have you got it off your chest now?
Yeah, I'm a bit unstable tonight. Sorry about that. In fact, I'm pressing the wrong buttons.
On with the show.
Hey, Nat, by the way, you didn't give me a compliment tonight, huh, sir?
Well, when I first saw you in a Christmas jumper, Rob. Where's that gone?
Well, Nat, on our little slide, every single slide, it says support Nat Vanstone, Neil, and Tony Stevens. So let's hear another applause for that one.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, that's enough of the applause, all right?
The applause is
I've had a
gone.
lot of complaints
Okay,
about the
Neil,
applause.
over to you.
We're going to move them all out now.
Kick us off here, and what are we doing here tonight, huh?
Okay, what we're covering tonight, guys, is local action, locals business story. We'll introduce Paul in a minute, wider government decisions, and this show, what we're here for. Remember, what we're here for is to relay information, accountability, community, and practical action. And that will roll on today with our conversation.
Yeah, Neil, you know what? You and Tony are not just another pretty face, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm pretty, but it's nothing I can
what
do
were you
about
doing
it.
for
today?
yourself.
What
Speak
were
for
you doing
yourself.
today, Neil, huh?
Okay, I was hanging the biggest gates I've ever come across for my mummy.
What, just you?
No, I had three of us. They're massive gates, 4-inch, about 10 foot high, 20 foot high, whatever.
Yes.
And I've been promising her for weeks to hang these gates. Sadly, we couldn't. The promise is a promise, and I got really wet today.
Okay, well, here you are. Tonight, guys, we're doing some ad-lib things. I hope I'm not unstable tonight. I hope I'm supporting these very fine gentlemen here. So what are these slides here, Neil?
Okay, so this morning, this is actually the slide on the left is when we completed the job. The one in the middle is where we had to put wrapping around it, and you can't see the truck lifting it up inside the yard. But between three of us, we're chuffed. I was really stressed this morning because if we went too far forward, we would have knocked the arch off. Right, but good effort, Dexter. Good effort, Tony. So we're not just Devon County councillors. We do work for a living as well.
And, well, hey, what the heck? Let's just see you guys in action, right? Who's operating the crane here, Tony? Huh?
Well, that's Dexter, who had a good 2 minutes training on that. So it's probably good job with health and safety.
It didn't fall down, did it?
No, and the archway's still there if anybody goes by.
That's original gates just been repaired.
Yeah.
What are you keeping in?
Oh, they're massive.
It's
So
to keep the people out, Paul.
it's a massive yard. So it's a Victorian house, and it used to be where they used to bring the carriages through the front. There used to be a hayloft, a garage there with a garage
Where the carriages were
went
stored.
in. And my mother lives there, and I like old-fashioned things. I like to restore it back. The people who did that, I didn't restore the gates, and hands up to the people who restored it. But it's very good.
It's done
Neil,
the
I
authentic
wish you
way.
were. Excuse me, Tony. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was saying it's done by an old person who,
And his
an
son.
old craftsman who did it the most authentic way.
Okay. Hey, guys, I wish you were, a country gentleman like our great councillor from Brooklist, Mr. Vanstone, right? Because
Sporting the
you're
tweed.
a bit rude, really. Didn't even introduce our great guest here. Okay.
I was just about to say we never introduced
No,
him.
he's there, ready to talk.
Go ahead, Neil.
Okay, special guest for tonight. He's a local businessman. He's going to tell us the story how he started, how long he's been in, and a sad thing that happened to him quite recently. I'm not going to pull the rug from under his feet, but he's going to be open and honest. And Paul, welcome to this. First time you've done a podcast.
It is first time, yeah.
And you look a bit nervous, but once you get into it, you don't care.
I'm more worried about being questioned. What are you?
No, we're here to listen to you.
I established our business in 2009 after I was ill. So I got poisoned basically from my previous job. So we started in our garage, moved on, sold it, local delivered pet food to various outlets, to where we are now with 2 stores, supply 60 other stores, with 11 members of staff.
We'll come back to you now because you're jumping the gun because
Okay.
we're going to... No, it's good. Brilliant. Just drop the seed. We're going to water the seed because you have worked really hard to establish this business, and we'll come back to what happened to you quite recently. So we're going to introduce myself now, local action, what's happened around the area this week.
What is your name and what do you do?
Councillor, Devon County Councillor for Alphington and Cowick Ward, and my mission is to serve the people of this area.
Great. And hey, Neil, weren't you one of the several that sort of allowed Labour to exit the Devon County Council from Exeter? Huh?
Well,
You and Tony?
we like to claim the fame that we removed all the Devon County of the Labour councillors from Devon. And my next target, Tony's target, and everybody else in my team is to remove all the Labour from Exeter.
Can I do an applause for that?
No more applause.
No
all right?
more applause.
It's all right.
Okay,
Hasn't
well,
happened
can we get
yet.
on with it now?
Yes,
okay?
let's get what's happened in my week without hugging too much of the limelight. And I've sent a planning meeting. Remember, we talked about Chudley Road. If you haven't put a letter in, the clock is ticking. You have till midnight to put your appeal either for the closure of Chudley Road or to keep it open. I'm in the middle. I'm just a person who sends it along. All right. But that is what you've got to do if you've got an issue. Next one is the drains. It's been confirmed. Thank you, Maria Snow, for letting me know that the drains are cleared in that particular area. And it's took years and years. Loads of people promising, and it's been done. So also thank you to Devon County Highways. Roger, you're a legend. You know, I
Come
think
on,
highly
Trumps
of
again.
you. Yeah. Okay, next one is we are looking at Ebrington Road. Do I go down this road or not? Yeah.
Do you go down? You don't go down the road, but you can talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like a little bit. I've been caught in the middle here. So the local councillor wrote to me asking that he's had people complaining about Edmonton Road and the weeds. So I got over the payback team to say, can we book them in? Should have been done this week.
The weather's been against.
Yeah, weather's been bad. Right, so you know about that. And then last week, Steve Race walking down the road saying, I'm going to report Devon County Council because I want the weeds clear. We'll leave that because I've also got to tell you about a door entry system. Somebody quoted £20,000. I went down, had a look at it, realised it was all interlinked from one building to the other. Funny story, guys. The people went down to, they lost the key for a cupboard because they said the electricity was in the cupboard. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay. The old lady come out the door and said, what you doing trying to get into the cupboard? And he goes, the electricity box in the cupboard. And she goes, there's not electricity in the cupboard. She goes, it's my cupboard. He goes, you're wrong. And she goes, well, what are you trying to do breaking in? Because we haven't got a key. She goes, well, I've got the key. And she opened it up and there was no electric in there, but they did come back and sort it out. I just want to make this a few things clear here. Copyright. Somebody actually dropped me a line today. We own the copyright, the people sat here. So the reason I say this, anybody who can download this, what I don't want people is cut and pasting it and putting on names to certain things. One thing I will say before Paul comes on, Paul is neutral, right? He hasn't come on as anybody except himself. And I make that clear for every person who comes on here. Okay, so there's no politics involved.
Well, I assume are a British citizen, Paul.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's
Just
it.
want to clear that one up. Thank you.
Okay, that's me talking.
What?
That's me
Oh,
finished.
right.
I
That's
don't
you
want to hog.
done, isn't it?
Paul, I don't want to hog. I can be a tendency hog. Yeah. Not say I like my own voice, but
Well, who's next?
Well, I'll jump in quickly
Okay.
there. So I'll just do a couple of things. So there we're looking at a green box before and after. So I've actually found out which company owns that box, which you'd think would be easy, but no. So OpenReach claimed that box. And in all fairness, I did say, I could say what it looks like, but that's beside the point. They've come along and done exactly what they've said. They've cleaned it up. They've repainted it. Doesn't it look better? Right, so that one there's outside the Sawyers, if anyone's interested. I thought we weren't going to do that. Well, there we are.
I've had so many complaints.
So
about
many.
that.
That's another complaint. That's on
What's your view?
The other thing quickly that I will say is we do have a library. We do have a library in St Thomas, which a lot of people don't seem to realise, at Emmanuel, near Emmanuel Hall. They're desperate at the moment because they're being told they're going to have their hours reduced from, I think it's 38 hours down to 15. And they really want something to sort of change. So Neil and myself, we're actually going to pay a visit to it next week and just see if there's anything we can do. And hopefully see if any of the local councillors can sort of help us as well, just to promote it, because we need that library. And I'm terrible as well. I do read a lot, but unfortunately I don't go to that library, and I think I might have to change my habits.
Yeah, I never knew the library was there, and thank for the lady who wrote to me regarding the library. It's brought into the limelight, and now we also have a meeting at the Exeter Library regarding the hours. So that'd be an interesting.
Tony, you say you might have to change your habits. What habits are those?
What, the dirty ones or the good ones? I might have to
Bring it
start
on,
consider going back to what I did when I was a child, go down the library and get some books. Because unfortunately my children bought me a Kindle, which, although I was dead against first of all, I am very reliant on to read the books. Whereas before I used to go and read normal paperback books and enjoyed it as well.
Well, reader books. That sounds like Weedabox, huh?
It does sound like read a
Yeah.
box, but
We can't bring that back. Huh?
no, we can't bring
don't
read
have the
back.
library,
But
right?
books are a different matter.
Okay. Well, what else? What else do you have on your?
Well, I was going to say that's it on the quiet, really. I mean, somebody did ring up about parents parking inconsiderately in front of their premises near Exwick Heights School. I've written to Exwick Heights School, and obviously it's a tricky one, this. So Exwick Heights said they will sort of send out messages again to parents to sort of be considerate when they do park, because obviously residents do live around there, and you know they like to sort of get out of their driveways. And I think that's it from me at the moment.
Okay. Well, no applause for you because I'm not allowed, but I
No,
would
no. I'd rather,
if I
yeah.
could. Your brother, you're friends with your brother, I assume, are you?
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay, thanks. Let's see. Who is that man? Is that
Very smart. Love the bow
Nathaniel
tie.
Vanstone? Huh?
He's somebody from Peaky Blinders, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thank you very
I've
much,
never
Rob.
watched Peaky
Are
Blinders.
you going to ask me what I've been doing, Rob?
Well, Nat gave me a couple of slides to put on, so and then I threw a couple extra ones. I must confess. So
Not riding that horse.
I hope not.
what's this one here? You got a cow there? What is
Yeah,
that?
cows weren't really born with a lot of brains, were they? And I think I probably said to you when you sent me that it got in there, so it should be able to get out on its own. But obviously not. There's half of Devon. Is it in Devon, Rob, or
Well,
wherever
it's
it
in
is, there's
it's
quite
on
a few
Queen's Road,
farms.
I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh,
I hope there's not a TPO on that.
but
too.
is that, I've given you a little prompt there, Nat. Is that due to flooding in many parishes?
Rob, when the rain falls, it highlights many things, especially my inbox on my laptop. I visited today. I went down to Exeter Athletic Rugby Club to have a look at some issues there. We've recently had a new NHO start, Ricky Cowton, top man. He's all over stuff.
Ricky
so-
Hatton?
Ricky Cowton.
Okay, thanks. Clearing that up.
Whether I've pronounced it right or not, but he's very active. Been in contact with me. So today I've visited two separate parts of Bishop's Cliff Parish. One regards silt wash off out of a field, and I didn't get the photos to you, but obviously, like, we sat in a council meeting the other day and they talked about the rights of rivers. Well, this was a river crossing the road and pretty much all the field washing out at the same time.
It's got rights, Nat. Remember that.
Well, obviously, I think I saw a couple of fish, and and then I went down to Exeter Athletic Rugby Club, where it seems to me like there's a lot of gullies blocked now. Ricky Cowton emailed me to say that they've been and visited it, and chucked some rods down a couple of the gullies. But I went there today with that deluge of rain, and there are at least 3 blocked, and I've spoken to the chairman of the rugby club tonight, and he said his groundsman's been, and the pitches are probably going to be unplayable again on the weekend. So obviously financially for the rugby club, that's a hit. So we need to get these gullies cleaned out, and I'm going to get straight on to Ricky and ask him politely if he can get somebody down there to rectify this.
Well, virtual applause to Nat, okay? We got a video here, right? Let's play that, should we?
Well, this is outside my house, Rob, and it's actually worse tonight because Paul has said to me there's a car stuck in it.
Oh.
Why people are so desperate to go through it,
Well,
I don't understand, because
there's
it
ever
ruined
proof
Christmas.
that Winter Gardens doesn't need
And
building.
I can't remember what I said on that video.
I made sure it was all right before you
It's
did.
already been edited, Nat.
and there's an added story to this as well. So the East Devon local plan, they want to build around 150 houses not very far away from me. And earlier in the week, there were tankers pumping out the local sewage works. Well, to me, adding another 150
that gonna
homes
work?
to an already full part of the infrastructure is barmy.
We'll come back to in a minute. You said about free. You said about something about speech, but I want to concentrate on Paul now because Paul's kindly come down, and it's not all about us tonight. It's about Paul. So going back to it, Paul, I know that you just go back to you got 11 employees. You deal with animal food.
Yeah, animal feed, dog feed,
So-
small animals.
Because
everything really, dog
you had
feed.
another career before that. So what made you go into this career?
Like I said, I was a special in the police for 20 years. I had a job at an actual repair centre where I was poisoned, so that's why I ended up doing. I wanted to do something.
When you say poisoned,
Isocyanate from paint sprays. Yeah.
sugar.
So
Can we get the camera on, Paul, instead of me?
Not really, but I'll give it a shot.
Is it not working?
There it is. Hey,
Yay,
smiling.
Handsome chap.
Virtual applause,
you know
yeah.
that's the
So you got poisoned,
yeah.
and then you used to be a special.
Yeah.
The exciting times. I met another
was.
special today, and he was really,
Better than it is now. But
So anybody wants to be a special, take that off to you. Well done. Go on then. So you got a family business, is it?
yeah. So my wife's, my son, my 2 sons work with us. My wife they're all family, really. They're all local people. Which, you know, no one travels very far.
Great business, great business. We Paul
That's
supplies
after a
us.
discount.
No, Paul supplies us. That's down to the wife.
Oh, right.
She's the Arthur Daly of the
Well, speaking about
outfit.
your great wife, okay, she had a comment to make on Facebook, and you know what that was?
Love the hat.
No,
Go on.
it wasn't love the hat. She said, "Rob, keep on doing the applause button, especially after my great husband."
So,
Okay.
Paul, so you've got successful business,
Yeah.
right? And it brings you an income.
Yep.
Right. And you born and bred Devon?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I'm born and bred Devon. Yeah, I've been away a bit, but I've been born and bred Devon. And then something happened to you, didn't it? Quite recently.
Yeah, I mean, we had a gentleman who decided he was going to steal about £60 worth of produce by concealing them under bags, which for
Was
us,
he a regular customer then, or
yeah,
just?
very regular. I mean, for us, a month, I think we lose about £500 of stock.
What, stealing?
We don't know where it goes because if you can't see it disappearing, but it's not walking out itself.
Right. And these are people. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's interesting.
These are regular customers as well. I thought it was just.
well,
a
it might not
one-off.
be regular.
How did you catch this one, Paul? How did you...
Because my son was on the till, so he's fairly proactive, obviously. And the gentleman said he had 3 bags on the trolley, which we generally type in. Sometimes we scan them. He said, "Was that it?" He said, "Yes." We went round, or my son looked and could see something sticking out. What about that? So then the gentleman actually picked up the 60 kilos a bag to show one item that was on the bottom, but actually he was still concealing stuff within the bag.
60
within the bag.
kilos.
Yeah,
I
the
know,
two
he was
bags.
stood
How do you do
there.
with 60
My
kilos?
son said for approximately a minute he didn't want to put it down because obviously he knew there was stuff in between it.
And the sad thing is, you work so hard to keep that business ticking over.
Yeah, well, it
and-
feeds your
and, you know,
family, doesn't it?
How many people
Well, it's
do you employ?
£300 worth of sales
Yeah.
we lose. So basically, to stay the same that day, we'd have to do an extra, £600 worth just to cover.
Paul,
the
is
cost.
this your? I've got a slide up there. Is this your business?
Yes, it
there?
is. Yeah,
Um,
And you do dog food and everything.
dog food, dog grooming. We've even got a therapist, edgy therapist, because we're trying to encourage local business.
Good
Come-
cafe.
A cafe, yeah. The guys
Right.
in there, great.
Yeah. Great.
That's
There's
a
a
lot
great
of
fry
stuff
up
you got
in
there, Paul.
Scott, your sausages are great.
But interestingly, what I've heard you guys talking about tonight, every little bit of what you said as well, like the flooding, all that affects our business. This year
Yeah.
has probably been the worst year that we've ever had in business, with the rates going up. We get a rate relief, but actually what they've done is done a rate review, so it went up from 46,000 to 55. So we're actually going to be worse off again next year.
How do you just said a rate relief?
How do you offset it then? Because obviously you've got to think about cutting things, surely.
We've released at least 4 staff this year, because
Mm.
we're actually about £6,500 a month worse off than what we were last December, purely from
When the government says
Yeah.
they're going to encourage business and so
yeah. I mean,
so Rachel Thieves, how did that affect you? Anything?
it's disheartening if you've let people go before Christmas,
Mm.
and you've had to, let people go, and then
Well,
you're
they're like your
losing-
family, aren't they? Because they've helped you out.
Well, it's money. If it's not going in the till, then it's not there to pay people.
Also, would it be fair to say, Paul, that if you strangle a local business, I mean, in fact, everybody in this room has a local business. I used to have a business, and then you won't have any tax base to take, to fund the government anyway. So it's kind of self-defeating, isn't it?
To pay for the TV license.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you get that for free if you're on the dole, right?
Right, sorry. You're going back to Paul. So this gentleman you met and you found out he might not have been or might not wanted to pay for it. What happened? I suppose nothing really, is there? There's no
Nothing
consequence.
happens. We did do a post on social media, which got quite a lot of interest. Some positive.
I mean, it pays
Some
to warn
negative.
other businesses, obviously, that.
I'm going to ask you a few questions because this is new to me. Well, it's not new to me, but what was a negative post?
The negative comments were, we're going to ruin someone's life because we put it on social media.
But what about ruining your business? Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, he's got a big company. I know what overheads are. Overheads, insurance, you name it, there's a lot in there.
It's phenomenal.
Well,
Absolutely.
and
So
I-
this could have been going on for months. For all,
Yeah, you don't know.
you know.
And it has a knock-on effect, really. And I expect you actually felt disheartened because you knew the guy, you knew he's coming in, you knew he's buying stuff off you. And like Nat said, Nat,
Yeah, I mean, it's how long's it been going on for? You know, it's a massive hit, and I know how hard they work down there, and it's, you know,
It's really hard to stay composed because you feel like you actually.
well, you haven't got to be composed here. Just
you
tell
know,
us how you feel.
Literally beat the shit out of him
Yeah.
so he doesn't do it again, because I know full well that next week he'll be doing it.
I take it he's banned.
Yeah, they're banned.
Yeah.
100%.
But you have a wall sort of, well, you know them anyway, so.
No, I just feel very sad because let's flip it on their side now. Right, so we do the show where I have to tell you this. There was an issue we brought on Ian Frankham. They said I was one-sided. Somebody made a complaint to Devon County Council. I wrote back, how can
Neil,
you call
who's
when I'm
Ian Frankham?
one-sided to do with Dryden Road? And then we brought the people back on, James Rex Cycling. We are neutral. So let's go back to you, Paul. You know the gentleman. Has he come on hard times? Because people go say he's got a hard time. Does he work? Does he make a living?
They
Yeah.
do. He does work. Yeah, I mean, there's a category of loads of people, but yes, he works. He earns a living. But you know, when you're stealing socks, it's not as if you need to eat them when he already had decent clothes on. Yeah, obviously, this gentleman denies he was ever going to take it. He just said he forgot it was there. But
Well concealed, though.
well concealed and plenty of opportunity to say it was.
Yeah, the reason I ask you questions because you always get the other side of the story where this guy could have been starving, he could have had to feed his family. So I've heard it all because some of the emails I get, I have to be thick-skinned. Nat, you have to be thick-skinned. And actually,
But
that's a lie. I don't get
items
many
he was
bad
stealing,
emails.
Though, were, you know, Nat's got horses. These
Yeah.
were supplements and also things like socks and stuff. They're not essential.
No, but the supplements are expensive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's expensive stuff.
But also we had a call from a separate business who said that they knew this gentleman and they'd had stuff go missing. You know,
Displaced.
displaced, yeah. And we didn't comment on that from perspective as we don't know. So, you know, and that's what they were told. It's not relevant to us.
And
Unfortunately, it is, but it's not.
you didn't get the police because that's a waste of time, isn't it?
Complete
did you?
waste time, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't, what am I going to, you know, they just wouldn't.
Well, yeah, I'm not knocking the police. It's, yeah, go on, Rob. What are you going to tell
Well, I
me?
was just going to say, flashing that up there reminds me of the business I had when I was in 1988. Had 35 people working for me, and it required a lot of capital. I tell you what, I was freaking out. I couldn't. Very difficult to make cash flow. And when I take a look at your business there, Paul, what comes to my mind anyway, I was just wondering what your perspective was all that inventory, that's cash there sitting there. That's your cash that you risk, right? That's your cash that you risk to have a business that's viable. And when you have cash running out the door by somebody stealing it or whatever, or the tax system, then it's really trouble.
It's also a labour-intensive thing because when products get stolen, they're on the shelf. We have online portals where we do local delivery because we've got passion about local. And, you know, when we go and get it, it's not there. So therefore,
Of course, it doesn't show that it's been
everyone's running
sold.
around looking. It's not just that one thing, oh, it's not there. It's not a problem. It is a problem because we sold that. So we've got to do a refund. If we refund a customer, it costs us money. So it's a continual, you know, staff running around looking for it. You know, it's a continual ongoing
Yeah,
battle.
then you've got to pay for security. If not, you've got to double up. Yeah,
And lost sales because you haven't got it.
yeah.
Hey, Neil, could I just interject for a second and just to say we've got a lot of people watching this video tonight, okay? And just to ask people to send us their comments. Interesting conversation with Paul here. Okay, guys?
Yeah, I feel very sad. Remember, we're here as local Devon County councillors to sponsor local businesses. And Paul, I really appreciate you coming on, by the way.
Well, it does. I was going to say it really highlights the problems that you have to deal with.
But not just that. I mean, it also highlights the good work you're doing by supplying.
Rob, you got to change the
local
camera. It's not
people.
all about me.
But you know, the service that's there is really, really priceless. You know, we talk about not having to travel far for stuff, you know, in general, and to have a local business like Heart Pet Supplies, it's worth its weight in gold. Plus, you can go and have a lovely fry up there, which is even better.
You sure you're not in for a discount here?
If you can't get through the flood, you can always go back to Heart Pet Supplies and have a fry up.
Yeah.
Every
I'm
you know,
going to
the
come to
flood
you.
for us. I'm so frustrated. How can you build a new town and then just leave flooding on a road that is actually now probably, you know, I'm surprised it's not been turned into an A road or a B road because it's so busy.
Yeah.
You know, and like tonight, I've had to go out with my van and pick customers up, drop them back because they can't get through the floodwater to a business. And I try and talk to various bodies, and it's really hard because it's not conceived as a problem from, you know, what's going on in the world. But actually for us, it's a big problem because it's lost revenue.
Well, you've said it's not in their world, I call it.
Yeah.
So London lives in their world, and the smaller cities, and they don't like the southwest. I can tell you that.
Well, I think Paul's just hit the nail on the head there. Like you know, like the road, the states of the roads, and now they flood. That road that your business is on and we're on, Paul, is becoming a green lane, and
Oh, it's busy.
you know, but a constant flow of traffic. It's another one that because I've spent some time with the residents at Ratslow in Poltamore this week, just to see, because these rat runs, and a lot of this is to avoid Pinho and the traffic lights and the congestion in Pinho, and there are cars literally flying past their gates, and they've got young families. All it takes is a kid to run out and, bosh, that's the end of it.
A bit late now, Rob. Sorry. The reason we're doing this is Jess, our lady in the background, is temporary on holiday, and Rob's trying to do it all. So sometimes I got to point to him and say, "Take the camera back on."
Hey, Neil,
Paul.
just give me my breakfast. this
Yeah,
morning.
sorry,
I'll
he's not ever
I'll be
his
more
weed about.
stable, okay?
Yeah,
Right?
sorry about that. Now I'm
Yeah.
trying to get
That's
your
all right,
face
that's
on
all
the
right.
screen. Remember, guys, this is not rehearsed. It's we've literally walked in, picked up a sheet, gives us a bit of guidelines, and we
What?
have to be careful what we say because
People believe it was rehearsed.
do
Neil.
anybody suing us or anything for being
People believe it was
biased
rehearsed.
or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's. Should we wrap up Paul's?
Yeah, I just want to
segment
say,
here?
guys, remember Heart Pet Supplies, right? You've supported Paul Brooks, all right? Brilliant. His business is booming. We need to support these guys. If you want something, maybe ask for discount. I wouldn't give you anything, but, you know, go down there, support him.
Paul, where's your business located?
It's at the we've got two stalls, one on Pennow Road and one at back at Cranbrook. We say just over the level crossing by the school.
Easy to get to.
Yeah,
It is easy to
do you
get
mind
to,
us
yeah.
coming down and see it sometime and have these?
No, come
what
down.
you said you've got.
I'd love it.
Good,
Yeah, we'll go down for a fry up.
yeah, go for a fry up.
Oh,
Yeah.
we do try and do, you know, things with the community. You know, we have a lot of broken bird seed, and I have tried to contact our local town council reference. I
Not
don't know.
that.
No.
Joke.
This is the Cranbrook about supplying and putting some bird feeders and stuff like that within the park. Because I believe that, you know, feeding in the natural environment's good, but it's really hard.
It would be hard because the trouble is in Cranbrook, and I've been in those town council meetings, and the vandalism that goes on I mean, you know, they'll burn down trees, they'll burn down stuff that the council have put in for people's pleasure, and it gets trashed. So
Yeah.
you know,
More police, as I say, more for mobile police instead of ringing up myself asking what we said on. Oh, sorry, that's a dig. I shouldn't say that podcast. So I'm getting like you now,
but
Rob, aren't I?
it's,
Right.
it's a very good idea, Paul.
We have put in a child play area
Yeah.
for the mums to come up, and that's turned in really popular. So, you know, there's some good things happening, not just all bad.
And you've got everything, haven't you? Literally, you cannot.
Well, let's go
believe
down
the
and have a look.
range-
We'll
the
promote you.
range of
Yeah,
what's down there. If you-
we're there. I take my hat off to you. Totally respect you. I know how hard it is to run a business. Trust me.
Well,
They
this-
special order racehorse stuff for us, don't you? You know, and that's, you know, it's not just average stuff on the shelf, but it's special ordered in. You go down and pick it up.
Right. Paul, I'm going to have to say you need to join into the next phase of this. Okay. Rob, this is a new one. This is Tony's idea.
Well,
and
no, this is, just something that's sort of been on
bugging
my
you.
mind.
So
It's been
Tony woke
bugging
up
me.
at 2:30 last night. He rung me up at 3:00 and I'm half asleep and I ain't got my hearing aids in. He said, "Can I do this?" And I said, "Look, Tony, do what you like. You're Devon
No,
County
you have to be
councillor."
quick because we're running a bit behind.
All right,
Okay,
going to be
sir?
quick. Right, so what it is?
Hang
look,
on, put it up, Rob.
What?
no, don't worry about the music. No, what it is
No, I
is
don't have any music. Okay.
Not,
right. Don't play the music
not a
because
round
it's
of
not on
applause
there.
again. Is
No,
it?
what it is I've. How can I be quick now? What it is, I look at Facebook obviously, and I get a lot of messages about our favourite MP, Steve Race, and his canvassers, what
Tony
they've been
loves
up
it.
to, and what the flavour of the day is. So these are some of the facts I thought you'd might be interested in. Look, see, apparently the weeds are a problem now, and my problem with that is. It was never a problem when the local councillors in 2019 voted against using weed killer.
Hang on, we got doing a true and a false, aren't we?
Well, it was a true and a false. This is
Rob,
a
where's the
true.
true and false sign?
Well, it doesn't matter. We'll put that down as
True or
true.
false, Tony? Ask us.
Well,
ask
is
Paul-
it true or is
ask
it
Paul a
false?
question.
Paul, is that true or false, do you think?
True.
What do you think, Nat?
True.
I didn't know. I didn't listen to.
Well, you didn't listen, but you're going to say true, aren't you?
Well,
What
don't
was the
I get
question?
an answer, huh?
Yeah, go on, Rob.
Okay, true.
It is
Yeah.
true. You're quite
Yeah,
correct.
thank
yeah.
you. Hey,
All right.
Neil, am
so
I?
the next little fact
I
you
don't
might
need
be
my
interested in.
seeds.
Look, Steve Race, and I won't mention him anymore. Look, he's promised to do his best to get more funds to get rid of these weeds by going to Parliament and getting some money. Well, Steve, do it. We need the money to do it. It's Devon County Council's vote after all, according to you.
Is that true or false?
Is it true or false?
We don't know yet. Watch
Well, we
and
don't
see.
know on that one, but I suspect the money will come near May when maybe the elections are coming up. I don't know.
No, we're talking
Well,
about the
here's-
elections.
here's one for you,
10 grand looking around.
Yeah.
Here's a curveball for you. True or false, right? Okay.
Go on then.
Yeah. Sorry to hijack the conversation here, but anyway, true or false, Tony? Do you think Labor knows how they're going to get rid of the weeds because they banned the chemical that everybody
Well, they
uses
banned the
around
chemical.
them? What do you think?
2019, they all went like that. Yeah, we don't want it.
Okay, well let's take a vote. Okay, Tony, true or false? Huh?
Well, it's true that.
Okay, Neil.
True.
Okay.
True.
Nat. Paul, are you neutral?
Oh, you're neutral. Yeah, sorry.
Go on.
Okay,
Right,
it's
we'll
your
do,
turn,
we'll do
Daniel.
another quick one.
They have
this
no
one.
idea. So how are they going to get the money if they don't know?
Well,
what,
this is the thing, you see. I mean, is this true or is this false? Look, the money's ours anyway.
It is our money.
It's
Paul,
our
you know.
money. We've sent it
So
up.
they're
Yeah, give us back
giving
the money.
our money
All right,
back
so
to us.
I mean, let's just do that all together. We know that's true, all right, and we'll get that one done because I'm on a time thing here.
Yeah, whenever they give us money,
Right,
they're very generous.
here's a little
aren't they?
fact. Look, is it true that central government have reduced Devon County Council's money this financial year by £21.7 million?
Paul,
Well, is it true?
true or false?
You're going
I
to say
think
true.
I think I've paid you it.
Maybe it. Oh,
No, it's probably true. Yeah.
it probably is true. Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Definitely true. Yeah.
True. I think you can see there's a theme here, look, and this one here.
Well, what about your brother?
He said true.
No, I never said nothing.
Oh, didn't you? Oh,
Yeah,
you're drinking.
But
your
it's
tea.
true. Okay.
It's true. And Rob, you're going to say true, I know. And this is something I thought I'd stick in, and my wife said I was being rather vindictive. Look. Is it true the people in Exeter made their intentions clear when all 4 Labour county councillors were not re-elected? Now, I like that one, Rob. I like that sound effect. Now, people think I'm being childish on this one, but do you think, Rob, and I'm going to go to you, do you think that's true?
You don't have that video, do you?
Do you think that's true? What I've just
What's your question?
My question was, look, is it true that the people in Exeter made their intentions very clear when all 4 Labour county councillors were voted out? Do you
Well,
think
of
that's
course,
true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, it's true, Paul.
Well, hang on. I'm off script here now. I heard, because I've been in Devon County Council, I've also been in West Ex, managed to secure £9,000 for their DT department to buy new tools. They had tools and equipment I used when I went there, and I'm not telling you what day I went there a year. All right, a long time ago. So well done for the guys in there who asked for that, for the Hills Trust. There's money there for the Hills Trust. Going back to it, guys, let's look at wider issues now, because that's our next area.
Oh,
Are
Rob?
we done with true and false?
Well, yeah, because I could do a lot about true and false, but I think we've got to be very
Well,
careful.
that was it anyway.
don't
The
wanna be
answer was true,
sued.
so there.
I don't want the police knocking on my door because
Not again. No, we can't have it again.
Okay, so wider issues, yeah? Is that what
Yeah.
we're doing?
Yeah, we're going to go off script a little bit because a lot of things have happened for me the last 24 hours.
What's going on there, huh?
Oh, yeah, national weed policy. Right. Now, we have to be careful here because it's not all Labour's fault. The national weed policy was done by the government and it got watered down. No, I shouldn't say that. So it went down to the different areas, okay? And then in 2019, it was voted not to use glyphosate, is it?
Glyphosate, yeah.
Yeah,
But it doesn't
okay.
matter, yeah.
And at the end of the day, not
Yeah.
all areas, but Steve Race, I'm looking at you now. You really enlightened me the other day because not only did you pull me into Ebrington Road, you made a really good video. Do we have that video, Rob?
Well, let's
Oh,
try, hey?
Let's have a look.
I'll give it a shot. I'm not very stable tonight, but we'll see.
We don't
Hi
know.
there, Steve Race, MP for
Hi, Steve.
Exeter here. Just had a great morning out in Alphington around the Ebrington Road area, talking to lots of residents with our local councillors about issues and concerns that they've got in the local area. Now, weeds in particular is a huge issue around here. We can see it down here along the path. This is a Devon County Council issue. They've stopped clearing the weeds from the roads over the last couple of years. I'm asking them to get on and sort it out for next year. It doesn't cost much, but they say they've got no money. I've been lobbying government over the last couple of weeks to make sure that they get a good deal out of the Fairer Funding Review. So I'm hopeful that if they do get a good deal, that they look at the weeds across the city, because it is one of the things that comes up most on the doorstep. Otherwise, I've had a great morning looking at people's Christmas trees and Christmas wreaths, and I
Sounds a
hope
bit
everyone
nosy
has
to
a
me.
great Christmas and New Year, and see you soon. Thank you.
Bye, Steve.
Okay, you're going to have to come on this. First time, I'm not the first time, but I've been ad hoc. So Tony and I, we've been promoting weeds for the last 6 months. We're newbies. Okay, we want the roads cleared. How many emails I get about how this city, how the countryside
It's
is
gone
looking
down.
crappy.
Roads, pavements,
Oh,
everything.
pavements a lot.
Everything.
So we've been pushing and pushing. Our motion got pushed down and watered down, and it's not another joke. Then all of a sudden, Steve Race is now worried about the weeds because the people have been telling us, you said you got some money. Doesn't cost them much, you said.
Give it to us.
Give Devon County Council the money, ring fence it to sort the weed problems out. Because when I put my motion in, the head of Devon County, Liberal, by the way, said there's no money. But now you're telling me we're going to do a fair. What's going on?
Well, I got
And now, hang on, stop.
They
Stop.
found
Now let's
10
go
grand
back.
somewhere.
You can find £10,000 to take some of the flags down. And by the way, that's another issue. £10,000 to take the flags down, which, by the way, are going to go back up. I've invited a couple of the people onto the podcast, but they're willing to go. But that's another subject on that. All right, another subject. But Steve, give us the money to clear the weeds, right? Because people will be happy when their streets are clean. Tony, Nat, Paul.
Yeah, I got something to say about that.
I get excited, by the way.
Tony, you hit the nail on the head, didn't you, Tony?
What's that one?
Well, it was, it's our money, isn't it?
Well, it
It's
is
a
our money.
basic
It is
service.
our money, and Steve's promising to give some back, which I think is very generous. Why doesn't he give back the 21.7 million that they didn't give us because they cut it off our money?
Well,
And how
because
much are they going to cut off next year? And then
Well, I think
people like
because-
Steve wonder why we can't do these things.
Yeah. Right.
Somebody has to sort of
Go to homelessness. Big thing. Homelessness, I've just helped somebody out actually in the last 24 hours who was on the street. So I've actually put him somewhere where he's not on the street. And that's all I can say on that because I'm not allowed to say much more.
Anyway, let me just reemphasize something that we said before.
You're
just so
interrupting
everybody
my
knows,
flow
okay?
here.
Yeah, your mojo. You lost your mojo.
I never lose my mojo.
Yeah. No, seriously. Devon County Council and Exeter City Council was controlled by Labor, and they banned the chemical which everybody uses for weeds. So everybody, Nat, Paul.
I
everybody
still
uses,
use
right?
it now, look.
And so we're the councils weren't able to control the weeds, right? And so they pulled all the funding to the magic pot where they redistributed to an energy center, woke projects like that. And now we struggle to get the money back to do, but they don't even know what they're going to do to get the weeds.
I'm working on
Right?
it. I'm not giving up on it. I am not giving up on the weeds. And Steve, the more you bring it into the public eye, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, back to homelessness. Right. Exeter City councillors are not responsible for roads. They're not responsible for lighting, roads, traffic signs, and all the stuff you're trying to claim for, which I've already dealt with or I'm dealing with. All right. You're there for the parks, specifically homelessness. And I repeat, homelessness,
And housing.
housing, and drugs. Well, there's a lot of issues in Exeter right now. All right. And I've already said this about you understand why the drug problem is coming on.
Yeah.
The Taliban in Afghanistan stopped the drugs. Nobody can grow it. All right. And I've seen it all. All right. And then you have fentanyl. Fentanyl, right, is now kicking in. And this is a much stronger issue. So if you want to do something, guys, Steve Race, all these Exeter City councillors, we need to all join together. And I'm on about, don't care who you are, right? We need a meeting on it to try and get funding, to try and get money to help these people. You can't help everybody, by the way. I've dealt with these people. They're lovely. Some of them don't want help. But when you take 21.7 million away, Tony.
Well, you can see something has to give. I mean, it doesn't grow on trees, and cutbacks have to be made in different departments. And unfortunately, that is one of them.
This leads on to Paul now. Paul, you said you had to cut 4 people away.
Yes,
Why?
because the expense is just go through the roof. Shoplifting, more national insurance, more rates.
Do you find the government helpful to you?
No. I think we're on our own.
Well, here's a comment from David. He says, kind of echoing what we're saying here, which is, how's a hardworking, honest person able to make a living these days? Really, you know, everything's taxed to hilt. And another person, a great lady there, Nat, has commented, "Sorry, Paul, this happened to you. That you've got a great local business and you're a very honest man." Thanks a bunch for commenting. Did I lose a mojo, Neil?
No, it was good because we want. Remember what we're here for. We want people to
Be successful. You
no,
know,
not that, but also to tell us what we're doing wrong. You know, Paul, listen to that. They're all going to support you now, and you know the government is making it tighter and tighter and tighter. And it, you know, it's not just Labour, the previous government before, so we can't just point a finger at them. This, you know, I'm trying to be neutral here, but I think there's 39 different types of taxes.
Yeah, we need
39 different taxes. Paul, I take me out because you've got to pay all this stamp duty, national insurance. It's horrendous.
Well, it was nearly 7,000 a month.
Just for the
They've
staff.
just come in a period of less than 6 months. And I think there's so many businesses are closing because it's really hard, because you have loyalties, to adjust that quick.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
about these?
I don't, and it's a massive.
But what
chunk
these?
of money.
Didn't they pass the workers' rights bill? And not passed, but it's gone to the next level quite recently.
Yeah.
I think they've got more rights.
Right, I'm going off track now. This is a socialist government. Watch some of the speeches Margaret Thatcher does about socialism, control, freedom of speech. They don't want you to have anything. Paul, they want your business. They want your business. Yeah, they will control you.
Steve coming in
I
again.
met somebody today who basically had a farm. He had to sell. He paid £600,000 in it, right? And he managed to keep 40 acres or something like that. And they chased him and chased him and chased him. He had to pay it. He said, I had nothing in the end.
I don't know what their problem or their dislike for small businesses is. I don't understand why they wouldn't want small businesses to be successful.
Well, it's not state-owned, is it? Come on, this is...
Well,
Socialism is a cousin to communism.
I feel that, you know, I'll be honest, sometimes I've laid at night in bed and I'm thinking, well, you know, are all the big companies owned by the government? Because why would they?
It's corporate. It's corporate. Big companies.
So they've got to be paying.
Yeah,
bills.
big companies, I tell you.
You know,
we
going
can...
on that meeting we've had this afternoon.
Yeah, Nat, just explain which we're going to invite the gentleman on very quickly today. Is unbelievable, the meeting we went to.
It put the living daylights up me listening to this man. He's about a million times cleverer than me. He knows his stuff about.
That wasn't me, was it?
about our electric infrastructure and how it gets to us, And how many people, well, ultimately, they're throwing away electricity when there are people freezing in their homes. And he's got answers. But up until this point, he's not been listened to.
Nobody's listening to him.
And that is the scary thing, because ultimately what it all seems to point to is corporate and these big businesses gonna, you know, he's thinking about lowering your bills and has a solution.
He has some answers.
Has some answers, but because it's going to affect too many of those people up the top, that's why
no one's
it's not
listening.
Yeah, you know we're gonna have comeback on it.
We're gonna support.
I think
this
it's
man.
doing our
We're-
research
No,
on
no,
this
we're going
one.
to have comeback. Paul, listen to me. The base way you're going to say it, they are actually making so much electricity right now, they can't do anything with it. So if you do a straight line on a road, right, and it feeds all the little roads, at the end, it's got to go somewhere. Well, it just falls off and gets wasted, right? Instead of, forget about battery storage.
Well, yeah, but then they're selling that. They're selling that to foreign countries.
Oh,
ain't they?
yeah, and
At
even
top
worse,
whack.
you've got foreign companies coming in here, and then when something goes wrong, they can say, oh, we can't help you because...
Yeah, we're selling that.
We're selling
all
it
your
some-
electricity's
but
been sold to other
We'll
countries.
put a pause on this. We'll put a pause on this. This is a look forward to about your energy being wasted by the government. And I don't care which government it is. Paul, it's unbelievable what we heard today. This guy
Neil,
was fantastic.
Yeah, but
Ask people to Google what EDF stands for. I can't even pronounce it because my French wasn't great, but electro
There will be-
defense or
there
whatever.
will
We've got
be.
foreign companies coming in, Paul, doing our electric. Unbelievable.
And China.
Paul
and
was gonna say
China-
something.
and China
Paul.
could switch us off just like that.
We're right for time because we didn't start till late, so we still have 7 minutes, Paul. Bob.
if again you're talking about a subject that's passionate to us because we are at our limit to a point where we keep blowing our main fuse board. So we have to pay to upgrade our electricity to spend more money with them.
Yeah. Oh, I'll
Yeah,
tell
you'd
you.
think they'd
What
say,
I will
well, we'll
also say
upgrade
to
it.
you, all this
But
green
we're-
energy, all this new stuff they're putting in, the reason your bills are going up, and I think all of you know, is because you're paying for it. That's why your bills are going up. Yeah, it's unbelievable. They're making so much energy, they don't want to give it to you, but you got to pay to
His
upgrade it.
words to us today was Devon is already net zero.
Net zero.
And,
Yeah.
they've got excess and they don't know what to do with it.
But they
Right.
can't put it into the system and feed it back up country.
And I'll invite any MP, any councillor to come and question us because I'll put this guy in front of you.
That
and
includes
he'll
you,
run
Steve,
rings
by the
round you.
way.
Anyway, we're off
That
the
includes
subject.
you.
Also, can I go off this subject, which is really controversial? Yesterday, I met a gentleman. Thank you for meeting me regarding the flag issue. I know I've been told not to say anything, and I'm going to meet another gentleman. We'll leave it at that. He is not aligned to any political party, and I repeat, no political party. Patriotism.
Yeah.
Okay. He said, I remember what Exeter was like in the 80s, 90s, and it's changed. It has changed. But he also said, I see the weeds, the rubbish, the rubbish. Oh, I was going to swear that. I'm going to say it. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, I got me here. But anybody who drives along Bridge Road or anywhere they're flying their flags, I look up, keeping me on the road, and I smile because I'm proud to be British. Proud to be British.
Well, it just brings a smile to
No,
your
no,
face.
if I lose
doesn't
my
it?
job on this, I don't care. I'm proud to be British. When I see that flag flying, well done, guys. Keep it up. There, that's
think
it.
it's
I
good.
put, yeah, keep it up because it's not racist, right? I met a guy today who's a man of colour. Is that what they call it now? Right, brilliant. Thank you for meeting me today in wherever. Yeah, right. Sorry, I'm on my rant. You
Oh,
can't
good-
control me,
good-
by the way.
good
I'm
rant.
not a lapdog.
No.
All right, Tony, you're not either.
All right, thanks for telling me that.
Well, can
Job
I-
losses, recession. We are going to lose jobs, Paul. You've just confirmed it. Right, recession. We're going to hit a recession. Rachel Thieves, you think you're clever, you're not.
It's bad news. It's
Go on,
not even
Paul, you're
clever.
the expert.
It literally is. We are still grappling now and looking at costs all the time because people have got less money as well. If we can't spend the money, people have got less money. We're not paying people more. I can't give people pay rises. You know, it's awful. And because I'm just giving it in tax.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked it out. I mean, last year we sold a treat for £2.49. This year we're selling it for £3.49. Same treat, But actually, the only person that's any better off, because I'm worse off, because I got less margin, is the government, because they take an extra 20p VAT off me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a little pop quiz time because things.
We've still got 3
Huh?
minutes, so don't
Yeah.
rush me.
Pop quiz time.
Oh, shut up.
So
No, you haven't got to shut up. Paul,
True or false,
you haven't.
Tony?
you speak your mind, boy.
Tony, true or false?
Go on then, Rob.
Was the Conservatives who started the Department of Net Zero? True or false, Tony?
Oh, you got me here, eh? Well, I would have said true.
Okay, Neil, you're next. Come on, sir.
Well, that's the question. True.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're all idiots.
Yeah. Okay. Nat.
I'll say true as well.
Okay. Paul, I'm going to skip you because you're supposed to be neutral. No offense, sir.
But he was going to say
Show
true.
a picture of Paul's face. Look
Anyway,
at his
you
face.
can-
You got to get his face on. Can't get Paul's
By
face.
2035.
Okay. Anyway, it was the Conservatives who started the Department of Net Zero, and then Labor took it over, and they just went to town, basically.
Oh, unbelievable.
Ed
Unbelievable.
Miliband, he's done a super job stealing everybody's money.
I mean, if we can go back to Paul
Yeah.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
all about Paul anyway.
In Paul's business,
Picture of
he's
Nat,
got-
not me.
He's got got it in every angle. You know, raw materials going up. You know, for the feed and this and the other, and then what it's ultimately doing, slowly, the custom base will get smaller because
Hi there.
they'll get rid of their animals. They won't be able to
They
afford
already
to
are
keep
on
them.
decline.
So then, ultimately, it's a black hole, and everything disappears. So unless the government starts helping these small businesses, there'll be nothing,
Yeah, well said.
and higher unemployment.
Paul,
So, Neil,
I appreciate
let's
Less
talk about
revenue.
time
another
related.
local business that you promoted and a success story here. Would you like to hit
yeah, Paul
a few
Brooks
highlights?
went in. We've been in a game because the boats I bought from my mother's gate were too short, so we had to go back in again.
More
Totally
profit for
drenched
Paul.
today. Fantastic. We didn't take the boats back. We just bought some extra boats. So excellent. We're going to put a Facebook page up, but thanks for supporting him. We need to support this Paul as well because it's fantastic. And we'll invite you on again as a neutral. Been brilliant. And if your family
Well,
want to
Nat,
come on
Nat
or
sold
whatever.
me the breakfast, to be honest. So
Yeah, breakfast is good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're going to
I'll
do that.
be there.
I'm going to bring my grandchild there maybe this Saturday. I'm not joking. I take her to the pit stop. I love the pit stop because it's really coming to your place Saturday.
Yeah.
Watch his space. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Rob.
Okay, Neil. So, would you mind hitting the highlights of our sort of promotion for?
Okay, so we're
fostering
not only
last
promoting
week?
weeds, which we're going along, foster child in Devon. I went to the main meeting, Devon County Council, the other day, and they said if one councillor could find a foster parent, for this, for a child, it would be brilliant. Remember, these children are now, because I know this thing's gone wrong, and I'll talk of that very quickly. So, some children don't have foster parents in Devon. They get shoved out of Devon when they live here. Right, I know that there's been issues. Now, we have a champion foster guy now. He's a reform, and I use the word reform, okay, who is now going to run the lead on fostering. He's going to sort your money out so you get paid right away. You're going to sort the forms out so when you claim mileage, you ain't got a problem. Right, but it's not about profit here. It's about love. Finding that child, giving them love, give them support. This is what we're going to sponsor. It's not just about weeds, right? So I've been lucky. I've been brought up in a very good family, but I've known people who haven't. So please, if you can adopt a child, Tony,
Yeah.
foster a child.
You know, I mean, these children need love, you know.
Your wife wanted to foster one, didn't
Oh, right, Neil.
you? Yeah, you're too busy.
And
Thank-
what
thank-
greater
thanks,
gift
Tina.
can you give in life? There are very few actually that you can have.
It
give somebody
takes a
in life,
special
right?
person to do it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's the truth.
What my point was is there are very few things greater in life than to give a child a good life because they've got their lives ahead of them, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Right,
like
so
I
that's
say,
the
it
end
does
of,
take a
you know,
special
so
person
we're going
to
to do
it.
that. We got and the weeds as well. Okay,
Oh, I forgot to mention something actually.
we're over
funny
the
thing
time
is,
now.
Hey, Tony, do you play pickleball?
Is that a trick question or some
True
sort of
or false?
kinky game?
True or false? Huh?
False.
False.
Okay.
It's like
Anyway, I've turned to because things are a little bit on the quiet on our certain things that we used to do in May, right, Neil?
This is not
Anyway,
a thing I don't want to hear.
I was at a lunch, pickleball lunch, and where was it?
Stoke Cannon.
Stoke Cannon, that's right.
Oh, were you there?
And no, it had I just circulated around, introduced myself, and having good conversations. And I said I helped Neil and Tony do something. And he said, "Oh yeah, who are they?" And so I explained they're friends also with Nat, who's a local counselor. And he says, "I know Nat. He's a great counselor, and this is a man who is a parish." Whoops. Anyway, this is a man who's been in the local scene on the ground as a local leader for many years. So thank you very much, Nat, for your service.
I did wonder where that was going to.
Right, before we go in, can
Makes it all worthwhile.
Rob, just want to thank Paul. Appreciate you coming on. I
Yeah,
really
appreciate
mean
that.
All right. And if you don't mind, I want to bring my granddaughter down this Saturday. Anybody wants to come down there, we can do consultation, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to video it because my granddaughter loves fat. I got corrected today, actually.
What, again?
She goes, I went, fat boy's breakfast. She goes, I'm a girl. I went, okay, fat boy, it's only 3, by the way. Fat boy, and girl breakfast. So she did correct me. Okay, so let's do my favourite video, please, Rob. Have I jumped the gun? We have to get out of here. We're too long. I have no control over Rob, by the way.
Just, I can see in my mind's eye those rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now. And what we fought for was our freedom. We find that even now it's downsight worse than what it was when I fought for it.
Neil?
I just love that video. Sorry.
I never get tired of it.
Sorry, I know people might not like it, but that's what we're here for.
Nat, parting words?
Thank you, Paul, for coming along tonight.
Thank you.
And yeah, I hope that never happens to you again down there. And
Messages, I can see them.
And I think it's
I
a
love that
stitch up
video,
night
Neil.
tonight, anyways. But
love
thank you for
that
joining
video.
us tonight, everybody, as well.
Smiling, don't you, Paul?
Yeah.
Before we go, have you enjoyed it?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Have you relaxed?
He was. I mean, you did say, Paul, you're going to be very nervous before this starts on the first one.
Guys, anybody want to come on, get hold of myself, Rob, Nat, anybody, Tony, and just say, I want to come on. You know, we're promoting people. And I don't care which side of the party you sit. You know, if anybody wants to come on, it's neutral. There's no signature here, by the way. We are now listening to everybody.
Hey, Neil, now,
what are you going to say?
can I have the week off next week? Would you mind?
Well, I don't know.
A week from
Oh, God,
a
yeah,
week
yeah.
from today.
I was going to ask
Week
if I could have a
week
day
from
off
today.
as well.
Huh?
Is it Christmas Eve Thursday?
It's
isn't it?
Christmas Day, actually, huh?
Is it?
So
Oh,
we
Rob.
won't have it this week, but look forward to next time.
Okay, well, it might be even Christmas, New Year's Day.
I don't think you'd be very.
Well,
we'd
yeah.
be very
No,
sort of.
We might do in between. We might do a Friday. No, I can't do Friday. Maybe we'll work it out. So
I can
We'll
be
see.
flexible any other day than Christmas Eve.
Okay, true or false?
okay, that's it. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, we're here to deliver the message to you what's happening in Devon.
Respect the place that you call home.